Hi, I'm Jeremy Slankiewicz, and we're back with another C# training. So, you might see that I already have my Visual Studio open, so please open up your Visual Studio if you want to follow, and we'll just jump into our training. Yeah, so we had our solution created, it's called CS Training. We'll open it up, and we're more or less back to what we left off earlier. I cleaned up some code, and I called this 02 CS Training, but we're actually working on the same project. So we have our Solution Explorer here, and we're still in the basics, and we'll still go on trying to do something with our objects and our variables. So in the previous training video, we did not succeed to actually assign any information or add information into our Bob person. We created a class which has a first name, last name, gender, and age, but we never did assign any values to it. Now, we could try, and please, I'll do that. We could try like, okay, I want to say Bob is like age 15. Doesn't work. Okay, maybe. We know that. Okay, we use a dot, but dot doesn't work much. Oh, that sucks. Okay. What else can we do? Well, from here we can't actually access anything. So when we say Bob and then put a dot, which worked for the console, it doesn't work here. And why? Well, you tell me. Okay, I'll tell you. Because there are some access privileges, or I don't know how to call them, access rights or something like that, or just scopes. So whenever we would like a variable or a part or a property of our object that we design to be visible to the outside environment, so that you could easily see that variable, we need to say that it's public. Right? So we will do that now for each of these. Right? And now, in theory, of course, we can see those variables, right, inside Bob. So these are parts of Bob. That sounds weird. So we can say like, okay, first name is Bob. Let's just make it Bob with not capital letters. And then Bob will also have a last name. And yeah, those of you that actually know a bit of programming, I'll call him Kowalski, because that's the most popular name in Poland. So we have Bob Kowalski. Yeah, those that of you that know programming probably know why I got this red thing below Bob. Because I'm using something that actually does not yet exist much. I mean, it's not assigned. Well, okay, I want to assign it. I want to do something with it. I'm trying to assign like first name, last name and stuff. I'm assigning, so why doesn't it work? Well, the thing is, we actually need to create something more. We need to really make it happen. I mean, make Bob. I mean, create Bob. I mean, create the person. Make person. So, yeah, we need to tell the program to actually create that object for us so that we can fill out information in it. So, how do we do that? We just assign a special value to it. And that value is, we just say the new keyword. So I'm creating something new. I'm doing something out of nothing, right? Um, yeah. And then I want to create a new person. And just bear with me here. You have to put those brackets here. And now you don't get any error, right? So you can assign a first name and a last name, right? Okay, Bob is a man, so he's male. So let's just say male, right? And let's say Bob is, I don't know, 45, right? So Bob is 45. Great. Okay. And now we could try to, in theory, of course, we could try to do the same thing as we did with all the other variables. So let's start with having a breakpoint here and see what we can have in our locals, because we started with this. So in our locals, oh, I can see Bob, and it's not null anymore, and it says the basics person. And the type here, the basics person. So it's within the basics, that's in our project, and it's a person. Cool. And we have this arrow here, so we can check this out. And whoa, here we have more information about Bob. So his age is 45, his first name is Bob, gender male, and his last name is Kowalski. That's cool. Very nice. And of course, we can hover over it and we can see, oh, all that information as well. Great. And we can just right click it and add to watch, and look what happens. Yes, we have the same information as in the locals. So again, I just repeated what you can do and how to debug. And if you want to watch some more about debugging, just watch the previous video. Now, let's just stop the program. Now, let's see what happens if we try to print out Bob, and whether we actually can. We'll see. So Bob is equal to, and what I did earlier was like this. And doesn't make any errors, so it should work in theory. Okay, Bob is equal to the basics person. That doesn't sound right. I mean, Bob is Bob. That sucks. Okay, why did it do that? Because, well, our Bob is actually a custom object that the program does not know how to actually explain how it works, how it looks like, what it does, right? So, in theory, the only thing it can say is like, okay, well, this is an object from the basics, right? And the object is called person. And this is what I can tell you. Just straight out of the hat, right? So that's what I can tell you. Okay, what can we do to actually make this bit better? Okay, so we use a dot to actually say like first name and last name. So, okay, so we could say like, okay, Bob's first name is equal to Bob's first name, right? And we could say Bob's last name is equal to, of course, Bob's last name, right? Now this works probably. Yeah, it is. Still, it's kind of like, well, you have to write a lot of code, and what you really would like to have is just to be able to say like, okay, Bob is equal to Bob, right? And just Bob should produce a particular text value, right? You want that to happen. Now, how can we do that? So I have prepared some code to actually do that. And well, some of it I'll explain a bit later, and I'll try to make it as much easy and well as I can. Okay, so here's the code. Um, so first of all, I made it public so that everything outside can actually access it. And then I wrote two other keywords. I said override. That was a word that I already used, I think, whatever. And we have string, okay. And this is called toString. We have this piece of code that says return first name and last name. So in theory, if you don't understand programming much, you can see like, okay, maybe this will return the first name and then a colon or semi, whatever, comma. Ah, it's called a comma. Yeah, comma, then a space, and then some last name, maybe. Yeah. So let's run the code and see. Oh, cool! It works. Okay. Well, I told you. Well, that's why I wrote it. So yeah, if you want to make the program know, and as I said, I'll get to that a bit later on, but if you create an object, right, and you want to make it so that you can actually print information out of it, then you just have to write this and then return whatever text you want, and then it will return any text you want. And believe me, it is any text you want. So you can say any text I want. Right? See? Okay. Very nice. So, yeah. This one was a bit short, but let's just wrap this up, and I'll actually keep on going with a bit shorter videos because this will be a bit more convenient. So in this video, we've learned how to assign some variables, some values into our newly created object, and we were able to also print the contents of that object as text using the console write line. Thanks for watching, and as well as usually, please comment, and if you really want to see some more and see whenever I post another video, please subscribe. I'm not getting any money from this, so you don't have to subscribe, but it's for your convenience. Thanks for watching, and have a good day. Bye.